Welcome to Saro Dog Training website. If you want to learn a simple and healthy method of dog training, you're in the right place. I have over 16 years of experience working with dog owners and coaching dog owners and training dogs. Not only I train dogs, I also coach dog owners to have a realistic plan to raise their puppy or the adult dog to live with them. And I do that without the use of any treats, food, aversive tools like shock collars, prong collars, choke chain collars, force, domination, or even being alpha. At the end, my students and many of the dog owners that I work with, they end up learning a holistic and functional method of dog training using play and praise reward dog training system that not only improves their behavior, but improves their overall life together. Dogs are simple animals. Humans make them complicated, and I will help you to make it simple once again. So if you want to join this journey with me and have a healthy, happy, well-behaved dog, make sure to leave your information below this video so I can get in touch with you and offer you everything that you need to know and learn and get started in developing your ideal dog today. And of course, if you need any help, make sure to contact me and I will be happy to help you. So let's get this journey started and let me help you to have fun with your dog. Hello dog lovers and welcome to another live show. Hope you're doing well. Hope your dogs are doing well. And I want to start with saying happy Nowruz. Happy Nowruz to all people, all my viewers and viewers who celebrate the Nowruz. Solid No Mubarak, and hopefully you're going to have a great year. Thank you for being here, and if you can hear me and see me, just say hi and hit the like button as well, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. So hopefully you're doing well and everything is going well. Today's video, I'm going to try to help you to become an educated dog lover. That's the goal of this channel, to help you to become an educated dog lover by answering your questions, by troubleshooting. I can see Kitty Lover is here. My dog is smarter and well-behaved. 10 is here as well, says hi. I see Gabriella says hi. Great, thank you. And I have Farid, and he's also I can read Farsi as well, so he's saying Soleh No Mubarak as well. So happy New Year, happy Nowruz, happy spring. Yes, Persian. It's a Persian New Year. Never celebrates Persian New Year. Good to have everybody here. Cheryl is here. Thank you all for being here. So in a moment, I'm going to start answering your dog-related questions. And first, I wanted to start quickly to give you some information because many people and many viewers and many of dog lovers have contacted me. They want to know how I can help them, how they can work with me. So I want to give you some options if you want to work with me in one-on-one. Personally, you want to work with me, but either you're locally near me and you want to work with me, or you're somewhere around the world and you still want to work with me, I have some options that I'm going to explain that for you in this video. So the first option that I have is obviously you working with me. Let me see if I can, that's the one. Okay. First option is basically you working with me. So if you want to work with me, private training would be the ideal option. If you're local and you are nearby and you want to come and work with me, this you have a dog with behavioral issues, or you have you need information, that would be obviously the first option. The second option is virtual dog consultation, right? That is where if you have a few questions that you either are embarrassed to ask on live session, or you want to talk about something very personal, or there's some issues that you're dealing with and you want my consultation, my help, this is an option as well, that you can basically talk to me and work with me one-on-one. Virtually, we're going to use Zoom or StreamYard. We're going to connect each other, and we're going to deal with the issues that you're having. Now, if you want to work on your own pace, what that is you have a puppy or you have a dog and you want to start training it, the basic obedience, you want to start training some basics, and you want to learn the fundamentals of dog training, especially fundamentals of dog training without the use of treats or force or domination. You can use one of my online courses. Online courses are basically on your own. You're going on your own. The content is there, video files, documents, PDFs, and all kinds of content. It's available. It's designed in the order that you should be learning each one of these courses. I put a lot of work into them, actually. For instance, the Puppy Training 101, which is one of the most popular courses that I have at the moment, online courses. I'm just going to show you how much content there is. So this is just the topics, right? But when you start going through the content itself, you're going to see a lot more, right? So there is all kinds of things that you can learn, how to correct your puppy, for instance, diet for dogs, environmental toxins that happens to we live and dogs live in daily, common puppy issues that you have, puppy basic obedience, puppy leash walking, bonuses, games. So there are lots of content in these online courses. Puppy Training 101, a dog's 5 essential needs, is very important for every dog owner to go and learn these things, because it will give you a different perspective when it comes to understanding your dog and understanding what your dog's needs are. If you have a dog who has leash pulling, and you're having a hard time walking it, the leash walking is a great course that you can learn what to do and what not to do. The functional dog training is basically everything that you need to know, and also everything that I have created in these all online courses all together. It's in this package, and it's put together in a way that you can basically go through them on your own and learn what you're supposed to do and how to train your dog. And all of these offer one Zoom call with me as well. And if you want to learn about my system, how do we train dogs without the use of treats, this is the course as well, Intro to Dog Training Without Treats, which is free. Yes, it's free. All you have to do is just register and get started to learn how are you supposed to train a dog without the use of treats. Now, the newest service that I have started is membership program. Membership programs are basically you work one-on-one with me. There is a limit to the number of students that I can accept in this level. The thing is that I need to have certain number of students, and I only have certain amount of days and time that I can work with these students. So there is a limit that I can take students. At the moment, all of these options are open, but I may have to close it soon because I'm getting few students and I'm working one-on-one with them. Basically what it is, I'm going to quickly explain what they are. So we have 3 levels of membership. The first level is monthly, which is called Excel Dog Training. This is a monthly membership that you pay, and we work on the issues that you're having with your dog, and the goal of this membership is to get there. We work monthly to get to the goal. And the idea here is that it's not a quick fix. It's something that we need to work together on a monthly basis to get the results that we want. So all of these options, again, before you register, you have to have a session with me to make sure that you're the ideal client for this program. And I can help you, and you're going to get benefits from it if you take this membership from me. So all of these, before you register, you're supposed to contact me. We set up a 30-minute session where I call it the discovery call. We discover if we can work together or not. The second option is Bright Dog monthly membership program. This is for 8 weeks. This is a program that I've designed to go up to 8 weeks. This is only to teach you and your dog basic obedience commands without the use of treats, food, aversive tools, force, or domination. This is what, and we work for 8 weeks, and the goal of this 8 weeks working together is to get your dog to learn the commands. The benefits of teaching your dog commands is that now you're going to have communication system open between you and your dog. That's the reason why we are teaching this. The next one is Perfect Dog monthly coaching and training program, which is a 90-day transformation program. In this 90-day program, what I do is I work with you again one-on-one to get to the results that you need to. If you have an issue that I think we can get it solved within 90 days, this is the program. So all these programs are available, and all the initial the consultations are 30 minutes, and it's free. Yes, thank you for reminding me. All the initial consultations are free, and it's 30 minutes. We figure out if you are an ideal client for me, and if I can help you. And if you are willing to work with me and you're willing to commit, then we go ahead and I ask you to register for the membership, and we get started. So the options are available. So we have few choices there. So you're welcome to pick one of these choices, and if you want to work with me one-on-one. So again, one more time, if you want to work with me personally, you're local, you can come and work with me in private dog training with me locally. If you have issues that you need a quick consultation from me, you can use the virtual dog consultation. If you want to work on your own, no time limits. Once you register for these courses, they are available for life for you, and you can go through them on your own speed and your own pace, and figure out if it's something that you can work with your dog and get the results that you want on your own. But if you want to work with me personally, then the options of membership is available as well. So all these options are available. I can see that we have a new member. Cynthia Ingram is a new member. Thank you for being here, and thank you for becoming a new member, and is also a new member to the YouTube membership program itself. So thank you very much for joining the group and membership. All right. So if you have questions, now is the time to ask those questions. Let's get started and talking about dogs and answering those questions. So one of the things that I wanted also to talk about before I answer your questions is one of the questions that I often get. Let me just quickly just take a look. I forgot what the question was. I knew that it was something that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. It's the topic of, many dog owners, especially now, they're getting a new dog, new puppy, and they're either adopting a puppy or adopting a dog or getting a dog or getting a puppy. And one of the first things that they're wondering is what is that they have to do at this, what do they do as soon as they bring the puppy home? I've got great news for you. Next week's video, which is going to be on Tuesday, is a part 2 of the previous video that I did. Part 1 was the intro, or basically steps that you need to take before you get a puppy. We did an interview with, I forgot his name, but we did with a dog owner, but new beagle puppy owner who had just got a puppy and what they did to get the puppy. So I went ahead and we did an interview, and it was a great interview, and they did almost everything perfectly, the steps that they took to get the puppy. Now, next week's video, we're going to talk about what do you do after you get a puppy. I get a lot of these questions, so this was a great opportunity for me to explain what to do when you get a puppy. And in part 2, we're going to go through these steps. There are a few steps that you need to take and a few things that you can do. So make sure to watch this week's video that is coming on Tuesday. It's very it has a lot of information. It's packed with tons of information, and you're going to get a lot of value out of it. So make sure to watch it. But in general, what you want to do when you get a puppy is make sure that you are containing the puppy in a safe environment, in an environment that it's not loose in the house. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make with a puppy when you bring a puppy to your home is giving it too much space. Puppies get anxious and stressed when you give them too much space. And I know as a human being, we want to give the whole house and say, go ahead and do whatever you want. But it stresses them when you give them that much space. They are supposed to think of it this way. If you watch animals show, animal related shows and documentaries and programs in Discovery and things like that, like Animal Planet and all that, you will see that when the parents, they have puppies. When the mom is giving birth and they have puppies, the puppies stay in close, very close to the parents, and in kind of a denish environment. It's a den. It's not completely den, but most animals, they keep their babies close to them. They don't just let them run loose, because first of all, it's not safe. It's not safe for the baby to be just roaming around. They can get into things, and maybe other animals are going to come and eat them. So it's not safe. The other thing is that the puppy doesn't learn what the the puppy needs to learn. The puppy is going to learn from parents. So when you get also your puppy or your dog, you bring your dog home, I want you to put your parent's hat on and think of it as it's your parent now, right? You have to start teaching and training your puppy. You have to teach it how to live in human society, how to live with you, how to do things with you. So keep it close to you, keep it by you, don't give it too much space, and you're going to see that your puppy or your dog is going to have a great time, right? So that's one of the key things. So we're going to go through a lot of tips in this video. I'm very excited to share this video with you. So make sure that you watch that. All right. So yes, my dog is smarter and well-behaved 10. We have started already. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask those questions. I see that Farid has a question. Hi, Saro. I would like to know if there is a way to train Beagle not to eat whatever he sees not edible, garbage on the ground outside. Yeah, in a way, good luck. But it is two, I would say it has two-part answer. One is, first of all, the human, again, has to be in control, has to be in control of the environment and the situation of the puppy. So as I said, when parents in the wild, they give birth to their puppies and they have their babies, they don't keep them very far from them, right? That keeping close to them, first of all, keeps them safe, right? So you as a dog owner also, you want to keep your puppy close to you. And also you want to introduce environment and situations and in the areas that are safe for a puppy. So what that means is, if you think that, okay, if you're going to go on this park to walk with our puppy, and we know there are tons of garbage on the ground and there are tons of things here and there, obviously that's not a good choice, right? Because we want to go to this park, but our puppy shouldn't be going, right? So this environment is not ideal to set the puppy for failure and take it to this park and hope that it's not going to pick up things and eat. Puppies and dogs in general, they explore their world with their mouth. They don't have hands, so they grab everything with their hands, and then they figure out if it's edible, if it's safe, if it's good, if it's not good. So you as a parent should be putting your puppy in an environment that it's 100% safe. So even if you have to avoid going to places, to parks that are not safe, you have to do that until you have control over your puppy. And that control may be happening in a month or two, or maybe even in a year, until you have complete control over your puppy, right? So during this time, first of all, you have to avoid going places or taking your puppy in places that are not safe. And during this time, you have to train your puppy. The way you train your puppy is start basic obedience, right? Training basic obedience. So, for example, if you want to learn basic obedience, you can take my online course, Learn Puppy Training 101, or the functional dog training. Learn basic obedience. So that way you can communicate to your puppy, right? You can communicate to your puppy, and when you're out now, you have some form of control. If you don't have any communication system between you and your puppy and your dog, you can't do anything, your puppy is not going to learn anything. You can't do anything with your puppy. And if you just let it be, they're going to get into things. They're going to pick up things. They're going to chew on things. They're going to eat things that they're not supposed to. They get into trouble, and then you pay for it. So, for example, I remember a few months ago, maybe almost a year ago, a client came and said, you know what, I want to start doing some training with my dog. What are your rates? So I offered my rates. She said, let me think about it, right? Let me think about it, and left. And few months later, she told me that, she wants to start the training because the dog got into some trouble, couldn't manage it. And it wasn't that the puppy got into something, picked up, ate something, but the dog got into trouble with another dog she couldn't control. And the puppy got injured, and she paid, I'm not sure, about $500-$600 for the surgery to stitch it up and take care of it and all that. And then decided to come and join the training course because she needed to do something. And she realized, okay, I'm spending $500, $600 there, plus Saro cost me this much and that much. I'm going to end up with this. So you're paying later. Instead of paying later, you prevent that from happening. You invest now, train your dog, so you have some communication, so your dog has some form of communication bridge built between you and your dog, so you can teach it, you can train it, you can stop it, you can correct it. I'll give you another example. So many years ago, Harvey, for example, when he was young and I was training him, he used to pick up sticks on the walks and chew on them. And I had him off leash. He was good. I have trained him. But one of the bad habits was that he was picking up sticks and chewing on them, right? So he was over there. I couldn't even see him. I couldn't really reach him quickly. So all I had to do is, because I had trained him, all I had to do was, Harvey, no. And he would drop the stick and walk away. So that is a communication system between me and my dog. I have built that communication system between me and my dog because I trained him. So whenever I needed an option to correct my dog, to stop my dog from doing something, I had something to communicate with. Make sense? So you can't just wait and hope that everything is going to go well and they're going to learn on their own. It doesn't happen. You have to put the time and effort to do at least the basics. The basic training has to be done in order to develop with you and your puppy in order for everything else to work out. So one is human management. The human has to manage the environment and situation. Two, the human has to get involved with training and teaching and putting the time and effort to learn and teach their puppy and dog. So eventually, without hoping that luck is going to help, facts are going to help. I know the fact that my dog is trained and I can control it. That is how you're going to help, how it's going to happen. That's how you're going to stop a dog from doing some bad behavior. So yeah, go ahead and ask me any dog-related questions. Yes. Next question from Bruce. How can I train the beagle stay away from table when we are eating in dinner? Very good question. Very good question, and very simple answer. Teach your dog sit, lie down, stay. Sit or lie down and stay. These are the 3 commands that you can teach your dog to sit. They can sit and stay. They can lie down and stay. They can even wait. You can give the command of sit, stay, lie down, stay, or wait. So these 3 commands you can give to your dog while you're eating your dinner. Now, how does this happen? It doesn't happen automatically, or magically doesn't happen, right? So you have to teach your dog basic obedience again. You have to teach basic obedience. Basic obedience is the minimum that you have to teach your dog. After that, you can do intermediate level and advanced levels of obedience with your dog. So what are those? Let me quickly explain what I mean. So basic obedience, you're teaching the dog the basic commands: sit, stay, come, heel, stand, down, and maybe wait, right? You teach these commands to your dog, right? These commands, when you teach them, your dog is here, you're here. Now, in the intermediate level and advanced level, we start adding the 3 Ds: distractions, durations, distance. So instead of being here, now we are here, and then we go over there, and then we go over there. So we're adding distance, durations, and distractions, right? Your dog gets better and better at sit, stay, calm, heel, all those commands, right? It gets better and better. Now, the other thing that you can do, the way I train and teach my dog owners to do, is teach the basic obedience and practice them during the day. Practice all these commands during the day. So you're sitting in your office and you're working, ask your dog to sit and stay. You're watching your favorite TV show, ask your dog to sit and stay. Lie down and stay. And as soon as the commercials comes out, say heel, you take your dog with you to the kitchen, grab your favorite drink, ask your dog to heel, come back, sit on your couch, Rover, sit, stay, stand, stay, lie down, stay, or wait. You practice them during the day. And then when it comes to time for dinner, now your dog knows exactly what it's supposed to do, right? Because you have taught, you have gone through the process of training, and then you have practiced it with your dog. Now your dog can sit and stay, lie down and stay, can stand and stay, can wait, and while you're eating dinner without bothering you, right? When you teach these commands, this is what happens. Your dog looks for a job. Your dog is looking for a task, a job to do. When we are asking our dogs to sit and stay, they're going to sit, stay, and that's their job now. My job is to sit and stay. I'm just going to sit and stay. That's the way the dog thinks. That's the job that I have. That's what it means when we're saying you have to give a job to your dog. Give something to your dog to do. Even simple task of asking your dog to sit and stay is a job for your dog. Asking your dog to wait is a job. Those are jobs. Those are mental activities, mental stimulations, mental jobs that you can provide for your dog. Job doesn't mean to go to and dig a hole and physically do something. A job for a dog or animal is just standing, doing nothing. Have you watched those documentaries, animal documentaries? When they are hunting, they just slowly approach, and their task is to just watch and make sure that it's the right place, right time, and right moment to attack. And then attack, they walk and run and attack, kill it, hit it. And what they do the rest of the day, they do nothing. They just make sure that the coast is clear. Nobody's going to be attacking them. All they do is just watch, right? That's their job, right? So a simple task of teaching our dog to sit and stay while we're eating dinner, which I personally, myself, I haven't practiced this with my own dogs, but that's what you would do. Just ask them to do one of the commands, and wait and stay. That would be my quick solution. But it will take some time. It will take some time to teach them, train them to get to that results that you want. Again, if you want hold on, if you want information and how to do it, again, join one of my online courses. There are lots of content in there. You can learn the basic obedience. Again, if you want, you can also join my membership program as well. So there are a few spaces available. Each one of these levels takes certain time and space. So it all depends if I have the room to get new clients. We just have to have that discovery call to see if you are qualified to join one of my programs. And that is it. Josh is asking how I stop protection aggression. Do dog growls and goes after people if they try to touch me? So if you have a dog who has protection issue, is protecting you, there are two things happening. There are two things in this case happening. One is the dog is protecting you because it feels that you are not in control. And two, it's happening because your dog is afraid that, this person is going to hurt my human and hurt me, so I'm going to have to do the task, right? So what this means is if you haven't train your dog to protect you, then your dog is protecting itself, is doing something that you didn't give the task to, right? And when you don't offer a job to a dog, for example, I was just explaining, dogs need jobs. If you don't provide a job for your dog is going to create a job for itself. It's going to do something. So that becomes its job. So your dog waits until the opportunity comes and says, you know what, here's my chance to work, to do something. So it does it at that moment. So what that means is your dog doesn't see you as the person in charge. Okay? This is your dog and this is you. Your dog says, okay, this person who is my caretaker is just my caretaker. It provides me food and shelter, so I better protect it. So I'll do this because I don't want to lose my food source. So it's very selfish. They think about that way. And I'm going to do something because I need a job, a task. So my human is not doing anything. He's not providing me job and tasks and doesn't stimulate me mentally and physically. Therefore, I'm going to have to do this, right? So what you need to do, again, is go back to basics and train basic obedience. Start the communication line. Start building that communication line between you and your dog. Your communication system and communication line is broken, so you have to repair that. You have to have some form of communication between you and your dog. And once you have that, then you have to build more fibers, more levels into it. So you have to go to intermediate level and advanced level to the point that your dog says, you know what, this human is in control. Actually, he knows what he's to do. I don't need to protect him. I don't need to do anything. I'll just step aside and stand away, right? At the moment, you are allowing your dog to do whatever it wants, unfortunately, and it chooses to protect you. So you have to go back to basic and retrain and make sure that everything is solid. When you say sit, your dog sits. When you come across a person and person wants to touch you, your dog should be in a sit, stay command. And solid 100% boom. No questions asked. If If you don't have that opportunity, that option, then you have to go back to basic and repair it and build it up to the point that you have that control. Now, for now, all I would suggest you to do is build that. Then also, don't put your dog in a situation that has to protect you for now, until you have that level of control of your dog. Hope that makes sense. There's a follow-up question or more, you need more explanation, let me know. Cynthia is asking, is there a way to stop my Lhasa from jumping up, running, and spinning around when I get his leash? Yes. Cynthia, you have to ask your dog. You know, one of the things is when we are going for a walk, we get excited. And we transfer this excitement to our dogs. You want to go for a walk? Yeah. Time to go for a walk. You want to do it? Let's go. Who wants to go for a walk? Yes, let's do it. You know, you get excited, and then your dog gets excited and does that. So you have to be a great example for your dog, right? You have to be very calm when you're going to grab the leash and put the leash on the dog. So again, once again, basic obedience. Teach your dog to sit and stay, and once, so your dog is excited, jumping up, right? Hey, let's go for a walk. You're going to say sit, and the dog is going to sit, stay. Once it sits and stay, then you go put the leash on, heel, and walk out the door. You have to teach. The sit and stay is a communication. This is what I'm saying. Obedience is a communication system. Many dog trainers, they don't teach this. They go right away to, here's what you're going to do. You're going to smash, hit the dog. You're going to pull the dog. You're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and then you're going to put the leash on. Now the dog is controlled. Well, that's backwards. That's very backwards. You have the ability, the option of teaching the dog easily, simply, few commands, which the dog is going to simply learn, quickly learn. All you're going to do is you're going to say sit and stay. Your dog is going to learn quickly, and he's going to respond to it quickly too. You're going to sit and stay, and then put the leash on and go for a walk. Simple. You don't have to go through this. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to use this tool, I need to use that tool in order to get the dog under control. No. All you have to do is just go back to basic, invest some time, invest some money, invest some effort, teach your dog the basics. Basics are lifesavers. Why is it that many dogs end up in shelters? Because people then, they don't take the time to teach the dog the basics. Teach the dog the basics. Everything else is going to be simple, easy to train. That's all. That's all you have to do. Teach the dog to sit, stay. Right? What does that sit and stay mean? Stop. Don't move until I put the leash on. If you have to correct the dog, just say, nope. And the dog stops. And these are everything that we learn and teach on my online courses, on my group memberships. I teach them all. Elizabeth Caruso is in the house. Thank you for being here, Elizabeth. Hi, Saro. I lost track of you for many months. Glad to see you today. At what age can you stop keeping a leash on your dog in the house? So the reason she's asking this question, Elizabeth is asking, because one of the things that I always suggest for dog owners to do is keep your dog under control. The way you can keep your dog under control is either keep them in the crate or in a confined area, or keep the leash on your dog so you can control it and manage it and ask it to do whatever. And the question is, at what age can you stop keeping on a leash on your dog in the house? As soon as you think that your dog is under control, as soon as you think that you feel that if you remove the leash and you say your dog to sit, stay calm, heel, and all that, if your dog does all those, it's time to remove the leash, right? All right. Farid is asking, is saying, I totally agree with you. Thanks, Saro. You are very welcome, Farid. I am glad that it made sense. Carol is saying, what product do you recommend to treat fleas and ticks? My neighbor said Seresto collar on her dog. Thank you. Actually, recently there was a study done that these collars are not, any collar that you put on your dog actually is not good. It's not safe. It's not beneficial. The problem with those is the collars is one, they are full of toxins. I'm looking for the thing that I use. I will show you what I mean. So what I use instead, let me see if I can show you. Okay. There we go. So instead, I would use a product called diatomaceous earth. It's basically a powder, diatomaceous earth, and get it on a food grade. Basically, it's a powdered seashells, like that, powdered seashells, where you put it, as they become a food grade, you put it in your dog's food every day. Your dog consumes it, so this internally protects your dog from fleas and ticks and all those bugs. I've been using it on my dogs for many years, and I haven't had problem with fleas and ticks and things like that. That is more natural. It is a natural product. So just look for diatomaceous earth. Sometimes they say diatomaceous earth. Depends. It's like niche. Depends how you say it. So it's just get this from your. Actually, pet stores sell it too. So you can get it from your pet store. It's you just put a little bit of it, maybe a quarter teaspoon in your dog's food, daily food, and it does the job. Protects your dog from fleas and ticks. Gabriella, do you suggest crates for beagles when humans are not home, just in case that they decide to open cupboard doors and start to food banquet absence? Yes, definitely. I would suggest to keep your beagle in a crate, but you need to have your dog beagle trained to be in a crate, first of all, and second of all, not more than few hours, not more than 2-3 hours. Just keeping a dog inside somewhere, anywhere, every few hours they need to go out and relieve themselves. That's the issue. If it's just for a few hours, yes, keep it in a crate. It's much safer. The other thing that I would suggest to do is when you're keeping your dog in a crate, other thing that you can do is put a sticker on your door that says, I have one dog in this house, just in case if something happens, if there's a fire or there's some emergency or something, they know that there is a dog in the house, and they will look for it. Hopefully, obviously your beagles are going to bark, but it's in general, it's a good idea to have a sticker in the house just in case, on the door, just in case, for safety. But yeah, it is much more safer and humane to do that. If you keep your beagle off leash and free to roam around the house, they will get into things, they will stress themselves. And most of the time, when you leave your beagle or your dog home alone, they tend to sleep, and they can sleep in a crate, and it's safe for them. It calms them down as well. You can also cover the crate so they don't see outside. It darkens and makes it them more comfortable to sleep. My dog is smarter and well behaved. 10 says, my dog was trained to go on pads all her life in upstairs hallway. We've just started potty training her, but if she's alone, she sneaks upstairs to pee and poop where her pads used to be. Please help. So you've just started training her to do outside, but when she's alone and goes upstairs and does it upstairs, well, and it's a good thing actually. You could leave the pads there when you are not home, if you're leaving her alone, so she can go and do her business up there and not to make a mess somewhere that she's not supposed to, or you don't want her to do. That's the thing. Once you train a dog something, it's not that easy to untrain them. That's the problem. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. For example, once you train a dog to sit and stay, for example, you can untrain them not to sit and stay. They will sit and stay if you say sit, stay. You can't say don't sit, don't stay. You can't do that to a dog. They don't understand that concept. But you have trained your, that's one of the problems that I have with potty training dogs on pads. It's just not normal and natural to potty train puppies and dogs on pads, because then it confuses them, right? One, that it confuses them, and two, if your dog, she has to go upstairs and pee and poo while you're not home, there's two reasons. One, she's sending a message to you that I'm not happy that you left me home alone, so here's a message for you. Or she had to really go, so she went, right? So you can either you can either not leave her home alone, try not to leave her home alone too often, leave the pads upstairs so she will go and do the business upstairs on the pads anyways, if you're going to leave her alone, or if you think that she's not stressed while you're not home and she's not really stressful, is not in that state of mind, and she doesn't care if you're not home or not, but she still does it, then she has to go, right? Maybe timing is important there. Maybe don't feed her before you leave. Things like that. It's just human management. Carol is saying, wow, good advice, mental activities. Thanks. Yes, it's, this is very important. Many dog owners, they don't realize this, which is many people, they do 100% physical activity with their dogs. 100% physical activity. Whereas the activity for your dog should be 30% physical activity and 70% mental activity. That should be the formula, the healthy fat formula for your daily activities formula for your dog. 70% mental activity, 30% physical activity. Most people do 100% physical activity only, or they do 70% physical activity and only 30% mental activity. The ideal way is 30% physical, 70% mental. Makes a big difference in the quality of your life, or your dog's life, and mental state of your dog. and I want to be able to trust that she won't pee in the house when I'm alone. I don't want to have to watch her all the time. Uh, yeah, okay. So you're alone, and she still does it. Okay, so and then she goes and does it. That means okay, this is different now. Now you're home and she does it. Uh, so what you want to do is keep your dog near you, confined, or on leash, under control, or in crate, right? So you're not giving that opportunity for your dog to do it. If she still wants to do it inside, then you have to go back and re-potty train her. Potty training is basically taking the dog every time that it needs to go out. So let's say every 2 or 3 hours needs to go out, you take it outside and let it do outside, and never give an opportunity for the dog to do it inside. So you have to be in control of that. You have to manage it and figure out when is time to go, and let's go and do it, right? So you just have to go back to basic and retrain her potty training. Elizabeth Caruso, I'm super calm when I take my dog out. She's still crazy excited. That's because, if your dog is still excited to go outside, here's the thing. The other thing is, my dog is smarter than well-behaved 10. If your dog is excited when it goes outside, it's better not to go for a walk. So I'd rather, if I'm going to step out of the door, if I don't have a calm dog, I come back and I help my dog to calm down. When it's calm, then I step out. I never step out of the door unless my dog is calm. Because if I can control my dog in a calm environment, calm, controlled environment, then I'm not going to be able to control it outside either. So I will lose the war even before it starts. So I start calming my dog down, calming myself down, and then step outside. I've heard the E for killing fungus, but not for dogs. How does it work? Yeah, it's if you get the human grade one. If you get the human grade, food grade, or human grade, you just put it in your dog's food, diatomaceous earth, and it does the job. It just goes in their system, and it just pushes the fleas. So it creates a barrier on your dog's fur and skin where the bugs can't hold on to it, and they fall off. So it doesn't kill the bugs. It's just that the bugs, they don't have the option of staying on your dog's body. That's the concept. You are very welcome, Carol. And the last question, very good timing. I have a beagle pit bull mix. This is from Adrian. I have a beagle pit bull mix. He tries to go out to everyone, and he tries to eat everything. That's the thing about beagles, and in general, you have two social dogs. Beagle and pit bulls are very social animals. They want to go to everybody, and say hi to everybody. They can, as long as they don't pull you on the leash, as long as they don't jump onto people, they go and nicely greet people. That's fine. That's good for them. That's good for the community. It's good for other people. It's good for the society. Share love and affection. That's very good. But if they're jumping and pulling you on the leash and you're having a hard time, then you have to teach your beagle pit bull mix that, don't. If you want to go there, we'll get there if if you are calm, if the leash is loose. If you are calm, then we'll get there. So one of the easiest thing that you can do, if you see that your dog is pulling towards something, whether it's a human or food or whatever it is, you stop, you wait until your beagle mix is saying, okay, why aren't we moving? And then it's going to calm down, and then you move. So every time it calms down and you move, the dog learns, okay, every time I'm calm, we move. But as soon as I pull, we stop. I never get to that point if I'm pulling. But if I'm calm, I'm going to get to there. So you have to constantly have this conversation with your dog that, first of all, if you want to get to the point B, you have to be calm in point A. If you want to go and say hi, grab that food that is on the ground, we can go there unless you're not going to get there unless you're on a loose leash, unless you don't pull on the leash. Now, to teach that, you have to train your dog basic obedience. You have to have some form of basic communication with your dog. You have to have both correction and reward platforms and communication words trained to your dog, so your dog can know what you're saying, right? So those are very basic things that you have to teach. CMY family says, hi, Saro. Thank you you're the best. Thank you very much. Thank you. I used your training to understand my puppy better. We are best friends. Great. Thank you. That is great. That's great to know. And my dog is smarter and well-behaved 10. And you're saying, I used to stop my dog pulled. I used to stop when my dog pulled for months. I did that, never worked. Then how come your dog is smarter and well-behaved? Right? I don't understand. So if you've done that and it didn't work, it's because you didn't do it properly. You went too fast and you didn't do it properly. The techniques weren't there. You didn't do a good job. It's always human. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to teach the wrong thing to your dog too. You have to invest in dog training program and invest and learn and work on it rather than just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Cynthia is asking, are doggy daycares a good option when I go to work? He comes home tired and relaxed. Yes. They're ideal for people who are busy and work 9 to 5. And, it's a good idea because most dog daycares, what they do is they have this environment that stimulates the dog, right? Stimulates the dog mentally and physically. Unless your dog is having a bad time at the daycare, like, he's not enjoying it, he's not playing with other dogs, he's standing in the corner and crying and whining all day, obviously it's not a good option. But if your dog is having a good time and is enjoying the opportunity that you're providing for your dog, definitely it's a good opportunity and good option for a dog to get stimulation physically and mentally. Yes, I definitely suggest doggy daycare. I have a doggy daycare myself, and we have lots of dogs who come on daily basis here, and some dogs come 2 or 3 times a week. Some dogs come once a week. It's a good opportunity for them not only to get stimulated, but socialize as well. Gabriela, I say thank you so much, Saro. Very good live chat. You are very welcome. Thank you. And the last question is it from CMY, is it normal for puppy to eat rabbit, deer, raccoon poo? She knows it. It's a no-no. but maybe she may be lacking vitamins. Maybe when she is stuffed, she still eats some. So it's eating rabbit and deer raccoon poo. Okay, so sometimes the poops, they have good smell and taste. That's what attracts them to eat those. Most of the time it's undigested. Sometimes it is undigested. That's why they eat. That's why it attracts them. There's some undigested food materials left in the stool, so the puppy goes for it. These are things that eventually. This is one of those things that the puppy is eventually is going to learn and grow out of it. Yes, but also it's a sign that you have to manage it and control it, and not to put your puppy in that situation that is going to eat things. And you don't want it to practice that behavior either. But in general, when a puppy is eating poop or a dog is eating poop, it's a sign that first of all, they have got used to this idea that I need to eat poops and every time there's an opportunity. Two, there might be something lacking in their nutrition. They're lacking some form of nutrients in their system, yes. And also could be that those poops, they smell good, taste good. Animals that they do that, they eat it, and they have the system to digest this poop and kill the bacteria and things like that. So they have that option. That's why they take advantage of that. So yeah, it's something that you have to kind of control it and manage it. Everyone, thank you very much for being here. If you have any questions or any way you want to work with me, and if you want to work with me one-on-one, again, the options I explained in the beginning of this live video, they are there for you to be contacting me and connecting with me and work with me. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them those questions. CMY family, thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you. I love everybody who joined today. Thank you all for sharing your love with me, and happy Nowruz once again to everybody. Happy New Year, happy spring, yes. And wow, you are very welcome. I'm glad you have learned so much. If you have any questions and all, if you need any help, just go ahead and visit my website, sarodogtraining.com. And until next time, have fun with your dog, and I'll see you next time. And hopefully we'll have another fun live session again. Thank you. I'll see you later, guys. Thank you.